What's up, everybody? It's 805 Live with Spike and Drew. Here's what's on tap for today's Showgram.
Well, let's see. We're 31, which is like 21, only different.
I've got quite a bit to tell about my Great White VIP experience.
I'm going to apologize to Almond Milk, I suppose.
Saddle up onto the bar. It's time for 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
It's Tuesday night, and you know what that means?
Cookies and porn? You're the best mom ever.
Okay, terrific.
Hashtag get loopy, talk smack. You're listening to 805 Live with Spike and Drew.
Did you notice what bass riff is behind that?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, I was just checking.
Get loopy, talk smack. What's up, everybody? Tuesday is here.
Almost as good as the weekend because we drink and hang out. Okay, it's just like the weekend.
Wow, we got a lot to get to. Let's get into the show right now. What do you say?
My friend had a crazy weekend. Before we get into that, all our stuff lives at 805liveshow.com. Go check it out there, subscribe, etc., etc. What's happening?
Yeah, tell your friends. Oh God, that did get a little hot. That's weird.
You're
Maybe
hot.
It's got something to do with the thing.
You're hot.
Sacramento is so hot right now.
Yes, it's the heat dome. It's back.
All right. If this is your first time with us, thanks for being here. Open up the bar, get yourself a drink, get loopy, talk smack. That's what we're about. Tonight I'm on toast, and I think tonight I'm on toast, and I think it's pretty obvious who my toast is going to be. It's to the boys in Great White, my new friends in Great White.
And our good friends in Litterer and all those places.
Who's good friends with John Bon Jovi. All right. Cheers, everybody. Let's try this for a second. Hey, Alexa, put Bailey's on my grocery list. Nice.
Nice. Last week I actually muted my Alexa. Oh, shit. I shouldn't have said that. Thinking it would be talking shit and trying to tell her what to do. And then I realized I wear headphones for this. So that really can't happen.
I like it. I mean, between you, my hair is in my nose or something.
That's sexy and hot and great television.
I know, right? I dig the Alexa, man. It's fun.
I'm a fan too.
It's fun.
Alexa and I have a little tete-a-tete every day when I get out of the shower. I tell her to flash me, and she does. Oh shit! She woke up.
We ordered some of the boys' snacks the other day. I said, let's just give it a shot.
I haven't tried that yet, just because I don't trust it to order the exact right shit.
Well, she gives you a little description. If you say, and I'm not going to say the word because she'll hear me. Blah blah blah. By pepperoni, and she'll say, "We have pepperoni in da 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 size," and I'm like, and she'll say, "Order that," and we're like, "Yep." So that's pretty cool.
I'm alone again, so that means Amazon probably is going to make money because Ray is out of town at a convention. Yeah, but she's at a convention, and then we'll just leave it at that.
Oh, you don't want to say where?
No.
Do you know the significance of where she is, though? The city?
Oh, yeah, I do. She probably won't see that person there.
I don't know if I would remember what they look like, but I know that I had a rebound that lived there.
If by rebound you mean stripper.
Way to keep it classy there, brother.
Well, this is 805 Live with Spike and Drew. We don't even have the last three letters of classy.
I tell you, man, after that one, I felt so bad for all the rebounds that I had after that one.
But you kept doing it, didn't you?
Yeah. And what was I going to do? I didn't know what I was going to do, man. When you've lost it, the only one that mattered. And what was I mean,
that's that. We're going down a dark road, my brother.
No, it's all roads matter. when you're 20, I don't know how old was I? 20.
Oh, I've been told we can barely hear Spike, so I'm going to boost your audio a little bit. And
Okay,
there we
good.
go.
I'm going to boost it on. I think, yeah, it must be a you because I'm at about 2:00 on my mixer here.
All right. Well,
Check 1 2.
hit me
Is that
again.
from Yoko.
Yep, hit me again.
So when it must have been about 24, 25.
Yeah, just barely through puberty, as I recall.
Right. And I really thought that girl was going to be it. And I absolutely lost my friggin' mind. And man,
Can I interject something for the crowd here?
Absolutely.
You thought that a lot with several different women.
No, no. No, not the way I thought about that one.
Well,
not back then.
Apparently, I'm strong and you're light, according to Ray. So, step up to your mic, man.
Damn it!
Better learn.
Fucking choking my bloody Mary.
Bloated Mary.
Holy moly, that got me. Boink.
For what it's worth, Ray, I'm on a really, really expensive, nice microphone, and Spike's on a Walmart blue light special.
It's Radio Shack, bitch.
Shack do radio.
Maybe I just need to be on the mic a little closer, maybe.
Get up on it.
Yeah, but then when people are looking at, well, maybe it doesn't matter. Hi, everybody. We got a few viewers out there. Let's stay on focus real quick. Anyway, Mason City. There was a girl.
Let's throw that right out there now.
/ stripper.
Where was that at?
I don't remember.
We weren't going to mention.
I know.
We love Jesus, but we drink a little.
First off, let's start with we have a major announcement right now.
You know,
our major what?
Give it the solemnity that it deserves. This is
the solemnity. Good word, my brother.
Well, in Scrabble, I'd be scoring.
I get in a bar, we'd be not scoring.
Just like gold times. Whoop! What are you gonna do? What are you drinking out of?
Talking. That's why I was drinking.
You drinking out of a Yahtzee cup?
Will you finish whatever you're talking about, please?
I was just making sure that you brought the gravity this subject deserves to the announcement.
How do you want me to do that?
I don't know. Click your heels 3 times and tell them what we're going to do.
You've already ruined the moment. Thank you. Big announcement here, everybody. What is, if you take a moment, wherever you are, if you're listening to the podcast or if you're listening online, take a quick moment from your adult beverage and look at your calendar. What month is it? It's the 8th month. It's 8th month.
It's the...
Oh, it's going to be a long show.
It's all me. Yeah, it's clearly me.
And what day is Friday? It's the 5th. Thanks
there
for
you have
it, brother. I set you up with the volley, man. All you had to do is spike it in. See what I did there?
I don't want to spike nothing.
So this Friday is technically 805 day. The one, the only, once a year, 805 day.
It's like 420, only better.
Well, I don't know if it'd be better, but I mean, it'd be better if you were enjoying 420 while on 805.
And the 4th could be with you on the 5th.
Right. So in honor of 805, we've decided to have our first annual 805 day show. That's right. You get us twice this week.
We're cheap.
We're very cheap.
We can call it 805 Fest. It'd be like Creek Fest or something.
My God, that'd be fun. 805 Fest. And we got to get, oh my gosh. We got to get
you lame bastards. Somebody's going to have to call in and talk to us this time.
We do. We got to get guests in there, whether it's us ringing them up on Google Hangout or whatever. But 805.
Call people blindly.
No,
can we call them?
I don't know. We should think about that.
Well, there might be some FCC regulations to worry about, but have we ever worried?
Google? It's Google Hangout. What FCC stuff? Oh, do you mean like crank calling friggin' TGI Fridays or some shit?
Sure. Well, no, we could do that too if you want to, but
No, I don't think we should do that.
what we can do on Saturday then?
On Saturday, I got a gig.
Daddy making money.
Right, making the music, making the money. So yeah, 805 Fest, first annual 805 Fest. I like that. God damn,
like
write
that
that
a
down.
lot.
Somebody write that down. 805
Fest. Fest.
First annual 805 Fest.
You know, I just had a thought.
Okay.
What happens when 805 lands on a Tuesday? Does that like the streams cross or something?
Well, it wouldn't be the worst of things because then we'd still only have to do the one show. But since I got nothing going on Friday,
it's Friday. You ain't got shit to do. So that Ray, who's listening, just learned that she gets back from where she is on Thursday, and now I'll be spending Friday. Oh, it's also National Underwear Day and National Oyster Day on Friday.
Is she telling you this?
She is, and you as well.
I'm not getting. Where's she?
So, the place that we see things. So we will be able to have underwear and oysters and 805 Fest on Friday, and maybe talk to people.
We should make that happen.
We will make it happen. There may be some drinking and a bit of revelry.
Revel.
What a mess.
What a mess of your dress.
Huh.
Remember?
Yeah, that's Rebel. Oyster shooters in your underwear. There you go. Ray's buying into the theme.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this got to mean something. I have seen this live from a different band you've seen it live from.
Who did you see it from?
The Jack Russell version.
Oh, did you really?
Yeah, last year.
Hey, dude.
Yeah.
The person we were talking about just like the 805 Live.
No.
Okay, well, that's going to happen.
Oh, the power of the internet.
Let's take a moment here. Jack Russell. So for those of you who may not know, that is Great White.
The ones of you.
Their album, Once Bitten, one of their big top hits.
Twice
Rock Me. What were you saying?
Twice Shy.
Right. So the missus got me a VIP pass to go see the Great White show at Thunder Valley Casino. Now, when you think of bands playing at casinos, other than the Hard Rock, I guess, do you think they're selling out? Do you think they're?
I think it's.
What is your thought on that?
Cult. I think it's Frankie Valli, and I think the room of 800 is mostly full. Kind of. That's generally what I think of the casino circuit.
But the band doing it, do you think it's? I mean, do you think it's a good move?
I think they're selling out. Oh, for the band, I think. On the one hand, I think it's a little sad because these guys used to fill arenas.
Yeah. But
on the other hand, I think brother making some bank, good on him.
But as a fan, I'd rather see them out and playing at a casino like that. Now, the place I saw them at, I mean, they've got this. It's kind of like the Hard Rock. They got that whole back.
Yep.
40 just filled with jam-packed with seats and stuff like that.
You know, and I got to tell you, Scorpions are a perfect example. Those guys sold out the biggest stadiums on the planet once upon a time. I don't think they could sell out the Hard Rock at this point. But
really,
I don't think so. But by the same token, it's a great experience seeing those guys in an intimate room. I just saw Boston in that setting. It was great.
How was the sound? Did we even talk about that?
Spot on for Boston. They owned that shit. But then think about who it is.
Right.
Yeah, he's pretty deep into the sound. How was Great White?
Well, we can jump around a little bit. So from where my vantage point was, I can't tell you what the sound was like.
Oh, well, good point. You were listening to monitors.
Yeah, right. Because part of the package deal was I got to see the band from literally the side of the stage.
Right.
And it was almost, I don't want to say it was a drag because it wasn't, because
you were
right on the stage.
Show. Yeah.
Every time Michael Lardy came out to either switch a guitar or grab a tambourine or play the keys, he's, giving all of us the little head, what's up?
Sure.
And I'm like, holy crap, this is pretty cool.
Well, and for guys like us, it's got to be especially cool. I mean, I don't know if you're a fan, maybe it is too, but if you've got some backstage experience and some show experience, it's going to mean something different to you than if you've always been out front. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you got to respect the stuff that goes on. The band had a guy on the side, I think probably one on each side. At one point, the overhead mic for the drums fell down onto the cymbal, and so he runs out there and he props it back up. And
big sweaty guy, right?
Helped. Michael Lardy was having the hell of a time with his electric guitar monitor or his wireless pack.
Gotcha.
And he just short of wanted to chuck that thing. He was getting so mad. It was pretty interesting. So sound wise, and I thought it might be loud on stage, but it wasn't.
Right.
Real decent volume to where, because
I'm
before
surprised they were anything but in ears, actually.
They had, and I hadn't seen these kind of monitors before. They had two big sets of monitors on either side of the stage that looked just like horns. The horn, you know what I'm talking about. For those of you who don't know, what?
Like your DJ kit.
Sort of. For those of you who don't know, maybe the technical aspect of this, the horn is kind of what you hear a lot of the highs and mids out of. But the thing with this big rack was it had low end too. I mean, you definitely could feel the bass, the kick drum, feel those really solid without it being overpowering.
Gotcha. A lot of that might have had to do with the amps as well, which were probably close to you.
Yeah, I think they were on stage. They were playing through stuff on stage still.
Right.
So listening to them, it was pretty fun, with the exception of being able to watch the actual show was
right
awkward because you're watching it from the side of the stage. But then the minute you say that to yourself, you're like, but I'm seeing Great White from the side of the stage. And, Michael Lardy's giving me, what's up, when he.
Right. Yeah. So maybe I should just shut the hell up and rock this.
Which will come into play later, actually. So you've done this. I've done this. Everybody who's gone to rock shows have done this. It's a real experience for people. It is a definite, true. It's a moment thing. I know, when we were young and stuff like that, really young, going to see shows, it was a religious experience almost.
Yeah, it was an all-day event.
All you did was listen to the band, the music from that band all day because you knew that you were going to go there and wait in line and sometimes for hours. And oh my God.
Yep. And if you were lucky on the way, your deck had auto reverse, so the cassette would play all the way through it, flip to the B side. You wouldn't even have to turn it over.
And I remember standing in line for Kiss a couple times, just thinking, because back then general admission was the big thing. I mean,
right.
It was survival of the fittest. They open those doors
and it's a
body check mother truckers as you're getting by if you want to get anywhere close. And this is where I've become a little jaded and a little old. I mean, quite get off my lawn moment, but it's one of those things where that's why we didn't go see Boston on my birthday, because there were no decent seats. There were like bleacher seats available.
Right, yeah. And GA, I'm not standing up. Last band I stood up all night for was Aerosmith about 12 years ago.
Who did they play with?
Cheap Trick was the opening act, which was great because Tyler came out and gave Bunny a big kiss on the face. It was a good show. But the last show I stood up for the whole show.
So I got off at noon because I knew that I wanted to go home and regroup, and then the casino's about a half hour away as the crow flies. But you're talking Friday afternoon on a busy California freeway.
Sure.
So if there's anything that I despise more in this world, it's being late.
I'm with you. I'm so with you.
Drives me batty. If you're on time, you're late, mother truckers.
Yep, absolutely.
Be early. So I come home and I get out of my polo and my slacks. I'm like, okay, so now what am I going to wear? And I'm having this whole big inner turmoil because the gig is outside, but I kind of like to dress up a little bit for a rock show.
Sure. Yep.
So I really kind of, had this inner conflict of, do I wear my shorts? Do I wear jeans? Do I wear a shirt? Do I wear a dress shirt? I'm like, So I went with the jeans, the K-Talon Band shirt, and my vest.
Gotcha.
An old standard for going out. It looked all right. But it was hot as balls outside. Damn Mother Nature.
Imagine that. Sacramento at the end of freaking July was hot. Who knew? Who knew?
Where was that news flash at?
Right?
Right.
My mic is hot. I gotta pull this down a little bit. All right.
So I checked with I don't know if you've heard of the app called Waze, Waze.
I have. I don't know if our gentle listeners have.
Waze is a little bit more friendly than just your regular Google Maps or your Siri.
It's a social GPS.
Right. I got a burp. So Waze is great in that you can say where your destination is, and if there's any traffic coming, and gives you alternate routes if you'd like. And so I'm like, looks pretty good. We're just going to take the normal route. Great. Got there, lickety split. But I could tell that if I would have waited any later till about, because I think I left here about 2:30. If I would have waited any later, I would have gotten into some bad traffic, man. And I was not looking forward to that.
Dude, I gotta say, I don't miss Friday afternoon traffic starting at 2:30 in the afternoon. I don't miss that at all. Wow.
No, I'm not trying to be elitist when I say this. And so if you're listening on the podcast or if you're listening live right now, I apologize. That's not a thing everywhere, right? That's like a big metropolitan city.
Yeah, dude.
Problem, right?
What I love about where I live is I can go to the rock show and it lets out, in 10 minutes later, I'm in my basement tipping a whiskey. Seriously. And that is one of the absolute best things about living here.
Right.
Is you're right. When you live in a metro area, and Christ, in Seattle, it took me forever to get to the show and twice forever to get back. And I'm serious. I jump in my truck that's parked a half block away and I'm home from the show in 10 minutes and I'm, there I am.
So, yeah. So I it's a half hour drive in medium traffic on a Friday. Roll on up to the place and the excitement that I'm going to talk about right now of get out of the car and all you hear is you're fucking going through the drumming sound check and all you hear is
Yep. God, that's so you're there when you hear that.
Right.
Yes.
And after a while it it's a little like, okay, come on. Because now we've done it before, and I know it can be done a lot faster than sometimes I've heard it.
Right. Well, bear in mind also, when we've done it, the actual musician was on the kick. When they're doing it, he hasn't even gotten out of bed yet.
And so I'm a little early, but I want to be because I don't like being late to things.
Right.
I have my posters, and I brought a pair of drumsticks and stuff like that in tow. And I figure I'm gonna gamble. I set aside a few
couple shekels,
20s, yeah. And I thought, I'm gonna play a little bit. When you first walk in, you walk past the buffet, and I laughed at myself so hard, dude, because we had just talked about that on Tuesday's show about your love-hate for buffets.
Right, yeah. I love to hate them.
And Friday's buffet at Thunder Valley is the crab buffet.
Okay, now I do make an exception for the crab leg buffet. I am that dick that makes that exception.
Okay. I'm going to fast forward. I see the time. We're just, oh my God.
And you know what? It doesn't matter. We're going to do a shot here and keep telling stories.
Okay. So the line for the buffet is already like 50 people deep.
Were any of them under 60 or 200 pounds?
This is another interesting question that you pose. In my mind, I'm supposed to be at work working on client files and doing that whole thing.
Right.
Weird being out of that time space continuum and thinking this kind of life, this kind of stuff is going on right now.
When
people of all ages, people of all ethnicities, all of color.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't just old people that was in line for this thing. And I thought to myself, because that's what I call myself.
Right.
I'd really like to buffet, but I don't want to sit in line for that. So I go ahead and I started partaking of the video slots, which I got some entertainment value from.
Can I interject something quickly if I don't derail you?
I need a drink.
Okay. Have you noticed, as have I, that the commercials for every casino, you would believe that the only people that go there are in their mid-20s, weigh about $110.
All the beautiful people in the world.
Exactly. That's who goes to the casino. Have you noticed when you get to the casino that groove is a little different?
Maybe, perhaps, yes.
There's more people than just the young, pretty people.
Right. Now, granted, we are pretty people and we go there.
Well, you know what Marilyn says. Manson, yeah.
Oh, beautiful people. Got it.
So you cruise past the buffet, you hit the video slots,
hit the video slots, gotta play the Monopoly, gotta play the Wheel of Fortune. They didn't have the Kiss slot. I was really disappointed about that. But
Sioux City, we got.
I know, right?
Yep.
I got to play quite a bit. I got to play for about, I don't know, maybe a good 45 minutes.
How deep in the hole is Daddy now?
What's that?
How deep in the hole is Daddy after 45 minutes?
Maybe 45.
Not bad. You're waiting for that big stinger.
Right. Wasn't coming though.
Okay, we'll just cut to the chase right now.
So I had a little break and I'm like, well, go check this out. Meanwhile, the buffet has opened and there's no line. Everybody has been cattle called in. I just walk right up and give them my money.
Hi.
How much do you think a crab buffet on a Friday at Thunder Valley Casino in California would cost? You're right. $35.
I know my crab legs are what. And I can tell you from experience, once upon a time, I didn't think it was possible to eat too much crab. You can founder on that shit. You got to be careful.
Founder on it?
Founder. Yeah. Yeah. You can eat too much crab. It's possible.
So they ran the gamut, but I was attacking this thing like it's my last day of eating.
A fat kid at the cake fest?
Pretty much. So it started off with, and I'm sorry, memo to all cutter station carver guys. You don't need to give me a paper thin piece of steak every time. This mallet head cut it so thin I could see the writing on the friggin' plate. I mean, I'm like, come on, man.
Come on, man.
Oh, man. I'm pouring myself another drink.
I know, I saw that, but you know what we need to do? We need to pause for the cause.
If you are new, it's halftime.
You know what we do at halftime? We have to hydrate.
Hydrate. Reboost.
Dance to the music.
Nice. So, as I'm walking through the buffet area, I see guys that have stacks of crab. I'm like, the thing goes on till 11. They're going to make more, man. Why do you stacks like that?
Yes. Yes. I know those people and I don't like them at all.
I'm like, I got 3. And by the time I got to the third one, it was getting cold. I'm like, this isn't good.
You remember me telling you about the people at the Pizza Ranch that may or may not ever have another meal. Apparently they went to Sacramento for crab last Friday and still weren't certain they were going to ever dine again.
So after I had my crab, I wanted to go round 2 to see if Mr. Carver Station was going to hook me up any better.
No.
Nope.
So
I said, hey, how about throwing another piece on there? Because I'm like, this is like a piece of deli meat, dude. Come on.
Like roast beef, dog. I ain't meat a sandwich.
So that's
said,
all fun and games.
Nah, dude.
I don't know if I quite got $35 worth of enjoyment out of that as much as I did playing the slots, but I was.
I remember that one time at the Thai massage place, you said you got your $35 worth.
And she only had to do 7 minutes of work.
And 3 of that was the massage.
Right. So by now,
we're more than halfway through our show. Get to the show.
I know. I see that. You know what might have to happen here?
Continued on 805 day?
We might have to do a little dangler.
A dangler?
Leave him hanging. Leave him wanting more.
That's truly frightening. But I got nothing to do, clearly. And
because not only do we have our show prep sheet, but I've got my own notes. Stuff. And I've only gotten through to slots and buffets.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Talked about getting to the venue. Talked about
else entertained I am, so.
Right. So found my direction from the people at Great White Entertainment, which is essentially Mark.
So Mark Kendall's wife.
Right. Don't showbiz me. I'm supposed to go to will call. And they're going to have my credentials there. Good to go. Go to will call. Yes, Mr. Lucas, here you go. And
I like that.
And I didn't bring my show and tell stuff. Damn it. One of the vinyl passes, not the VIP laminate, which I was like, but I'm like, all right, I'll just do what they say.
Sure.
Go up to the entry and they're like, well, where's your ticket?
Motherfucker, I'm holding it.
Do you see the thing that says all access Great White guest? Apparently that wasn't good enough for this soccer mom who's
you had to buy a ticket from the casino as well.
Negative, Ghost Rider. Part of the package was a ticket to the show.
Oh, okay. So you're caught in the deep bureaucracy.
I call Mrs. Kendall and I'm like, Bridget, I said,
Bridget,
that's how tight we are.
Yeah.
I said, they're not letting me in. And she's like, well, no, you should be let in. Everything's good to go. And you're supposed to meet Nick and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, she said, well, go back to will call and check with them. And the gal at will call was like, hey, Mr. Lucas, I gave you your
He's a no got things.
He's no more tickets for you, Mr. Lucas.
No, Mr. Lucas. He's all you can have.
So I get back on the phone and I'm like, yeah, I don't know what to think, Bridget. And so as I'm walking back to the
good time from you people, and I'm getting a run around here.
Right. All of a sudden, Will call gal comes running up and she says, Mr. Lucas, I have your ticket.
We're burning in hell.
It's so bad.
We're burning in hell.
So they let us in, or not us.
The royal us.
Right. They let me in. And so then I'm supposed to meet my contact, Nick. And he was going to take us back to where we needed to be.
Sure.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch. No, I'm
just Misa Lucas. I'm still hung up there, but go ahead.
And I'm trying to think of the person this guy most resembles. And I wouldn't, if I have to give you a visual, Wolowitz from Big Bang Theory.
Gotcha.
Not so nerdy, but very close to the Jewish.
Climbing up the ladder.
Very close to the Jewish features, and that's going to not really come into play. But and he was with this smoking hot Asian gal.
She didn't call you Mr. Lucas, did she?
No, she didn't.
Damn it.
Says, so are you here for the meet and greet? I said, yeah. And he's like, so how long have you been a fan of Queensryche?
Not you.
No, I'm here for the Great White meet and greet. He's like, oh, okay. And I thought I had a lot of stuff. Homeboy, he came loaded. He's got to be, well, I don't know. Maybe he's not selling his stuff, but a lot of pictures.
He's probably going to make a deal or two on Let's Make a Deal. Yeah. And I'm going to interject it here. It's a grumpy old Drew moment. You know what I feel about Queensryche and their mercenary meet and greets.
No, I don't know.
God, I think those guys make more from meet and greets than they do from ticket sales. But anyhow, they actually charged half of what Great White charged. Are you serious? Well, which Queensryche was it?
Not Jeff Tate Queensryche.
Oh, well, that explains a lot.
So crap. This guy
This
guy was actually really very nice, very sweet. One of those fans. I mean, probably if you had to equate it, probably like how I am a Kiss fan to Kiss. This guy was a Queensryche fan to Queensryche.
I've got Kevin in my mind.
Right.
Yeah.
But Kevin's very cerebral. I wouldn't say this guy was that.
So he wasn't a rocket surgeon.
But he was, like I said, very sweet guy, very nice guy. He was.
Isn't he sweet?
Very talkative. Right. So then a couple more people found out that they were Queensryche guys. And then two more guys showed and found out they were for Great White. Now, there were two packages for Great White. One was a VIP one, and one was called the Shark Tank, which was like the top one. And that's the one I got. I was the only one that got that one. And these other two guys got the other VIP one.
No Hummers for those guys?
Right.
Right.
The difference being, and I'm going to kind of condense this a little bit, is just the access to the band. So our contact shows up, very nice guy, Nicholas, tall Brigitte Nielsen looking gal for a wife. And he was short. It was really neat. I might have a picture somewhere. I got to remember to post pictures because I've been holding out because I want to tell you everybody the story first.
And I'm going to interrupt you again.
Please do.
On Friday, I want everybody to show up with your whiskey bottle or whatever you like to shoot because we're going to play the gal drinking game. Every time Spike calls somebody a gal, you got to do a shot. Come get fucked up with us on 805 Day.
Swear to God, you're the only one who says that because I asked Mrs. Spike about that. I'm like, do I say gal a lot? She says, I don't know. I can shut up and go do your homework. No. Yeah, that's weird. I didn't realize I had that vocal crutch, man. I really didn't.
It's
What am I
not a
supposed
crutch
to
so
say?
much as it is an excuse to drink.
Chick or woman or I don't know.
Nope, it's been gal, and it's been that way with you for 25 years.
So what I'm saying is, what should I be saying then?
Just pick 2 or 3 other adjectives, mix them in.
All right, well, call me out if I say it again then.
No, I'm just going to drink.
Okay.
I want America to join in with me.
So Nick comes by and takes us back. And in the back stage, behind the stage and stuff like that, there's like 3 or 4 different trailers, like, not quite mobile home. Yeah, no, about
like
mobile home size.
Trailers, I get it.
And they're like, okay, wait here. So they wait there. He comes in, or he comes out, and Mark Kendall. Mark Kendall is one of the original Great White. He is the original Great White guitar player.
Yes.
Comes out and, looking very rocker. We've all put on a few years. So he looked kind of an older dude. But when he talked, I don't remember hearing him talk before, ever. But I couldn't get out of my mind him sounding like Norm Macdonald. Yeah, he's just kind of, hey, so you guys just here for the show?
So he could do
Norm Macdonald. What's that?
He could do FM radio tomorrow, pretty much.
It wasn't that bad, but you know how Norm Macdonald was. Think of Norm Macdonald.
Yep.
Like in Billy Madison.
I got exactly what you're talking about. Hey.
Maybe a touch of herb in there somewhere. Maybe, allegedly, I don't know.
Allegedly, supposedly, it might have occurred.
I don't think he took off his Ray-Bans, his Wayfarer Ray-Bans, the whole night. He was he had them on the whole night.
He has probably glaucoma or something. He has a sensitivity to stage lights.
His voice just tickled the hell out of me because that's all I could think of, because he was the nicest guy. Very cool, very wanted to appease me. Now, when I was saying to you about the different levels,
right?
The other 2 guys that were there, they had to stay outside. Meanwhile, Mark says, well, come on inside, meet the guys. Mark brings me into the trailer.
Dude,
these guys are in. And I'm at this point, and we've talked about this before, as much as I've been on stage before and I've performed before and stuff like that, I get a little starstruck when I'm around stars. Because in my mind, and I had this whole thing about like, yeah, I'm going to have them say, hey, this is Mark Kendall from Great White. We love listening to the 805 Live Show. Did I do that? Nope.
Yep. One of the first things I asked you, you're like, nope, dude, shot blanks.
God dang it. And so he lets me into the trailer, and there's Audie DeBro, who's the drummer. He's practicing, and they've got a stack of Thunder Valley promo shots, with the Thunder Valley logo on them, but with their 8x10. So they're signing, a couple of those guys are signing that. The bass player, who is Steve somebody or the other, Michael Lardy, he's changing clothes, and the bathroom door's open. He's putting his shirt. I'm like, is this freaking happening? I mean, as far as VIP backstage stuff that I've experienced in these last few years, I'm dumbfounded. I feel like I shouldn't be there. The singer Terry,
Great White.
This lead singer comes out, and Mark Kendall is taking me to this area that's got a big table on it. And I said, well, I've got some stuff to sign. You guys want to sign it? Oh, yeah. He's like, hey, guys, make sure you come in here and sign Wade's stuff and stuff like that. Calling me my name, telling these guys to make sure you sign. I'm like, is this happening? Is this happening?
Dude, that is, and I know I've busted your nuts how many times about the meet and greet thing.
I know.
This one is completely different.
It is. It absolutely is. So I'm laying out, and you remember I got the big hooked thing. Mark Kendall thought that was great. He loved that. And, and the Twice Shy album cover, it got that. And then what else did I have? I thought there was one more thing. And then Audie DeBro comes back, and I brought a pair of drumsticks, and I said, well, in case you didn't need any drumsticks tonight, here you go. And he got a chuckle out of that, and he signed those, and that was pretty cool.
Nice.
Terry, oh God, what's his last name? Ilous, Ilous, the lead singer.
How I'd call it.
No shirt on.
Filipino fella?
No shirt on. Leather pants like undone, like he's still getting dressed. He's like,
was he flirting with you?
No.
Good.
As I tried, he wasn't. He says, "Hey, can I use your Sharpie?" Yeah, sure. Here. And the thing that floors me about this next part that I'm going to tell you is, I love my band, and I love doing stuff for my band. I bought guitar picks, I've bought a sign, I've done all this stuff. But what I do the day before the show is I print out our set list. There's 5 of us in the band, and I print out a set list for everybody. What?
Do you remember the Slee Stack set list?
God damn.
That'll be a story for Friday.
You're killing my groove on this, brother.
Story for Friday. All right.
So he's writing out the set list. I'm like, I said to him, you don't have guys that just print this out for you? He's like, no, because sometimes we change it up. And so I just write it out for everybody. And one of the pictures you'll see, he gives me one of the set lists after the show. And he signs off on it and stuff like that. I'm still mind effed right now, because these guys are just doing this and getting ready. And so where am I at on my thing? Go to the trailer, band getting ready, signing all the things, meet Mark Kendall. Sounds like this. Oh, so this lead singer, Terry Ilous, do you remember me telling you who he used to sing with?
No.
He used to sing with an 80s band called XYZ.
Okay.
They had a couple hits, Face Down in the Gutter, which was a great hit, and then Inside Out. 2 amazing tunes. And so I said to him, I said, do you ever miss singing those songs? He's like, oh yeah, man, I love those tunes. Those are great tunes still today, or whatever. And I said, well, do you like doing festivals like this, or do you like doing just one-offs better? He's like, as long as I'm playing, that's all. Let's see, as long as you're having fun. He still loves the XYZ material. And all this time he's doing the set list as he's talking to me about this. It's surreal. It really is surreal. Nice. So now it's about showtime, and they say, okay, well, they're going to have Nick show you where to go. So Nick leads me to the side of the stage, and it's so cool. So as I'm leaving, Mark says to me, Mark Kendall, the guitar player, hey man, just leave that stuff in the trailer. You can come back and get it later. I'm like,
oh, fucking nice.
What? Are you kidding me right now? I mean, I kept it together at least a little bit so that I wasn't that, You
realize I'm a starfucker and my nipples are hard. Where's the oxygen?
I said, are you sure? He's like, well, yeah, you're going to come back later, aren't you? And I'm like,
okay. Sure. Yeah.
And so Nick leads me to the side of the stage, and here we are. Great White is getting ready to go on. And I think that's a great place to give a little cliffhanger. If you want more of the story, come to the 805 Fest. Is that what we're calling it?
805 Fest.
805 Fest this Friday.
Or 805 Fest, one of the two.
And we'll continue the thing. Now, let me ask you this, partner of mine. And this is pulling the onion back. Are you going to record Friday and post it as a bonus?
I will record it for certain. Whether or not it gets posted will depend on how incriminating it gets.
Well, at least the rest of the story, and we'll have that.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
So that's a pretty good lead in, right? That's
not bad. That's a good
bad. Pretty thorough. Yeah. And I've got a lot more to get to. Well, not a lot. Yeah, a lot more.
Well, and parts that we won't talk about, but parts.
Oh.
I want you to tell the people about your dream. Before we stump Spike, I want you to tell people about your dream because I laughed at my little buddy.
So, the Great White Show is Friday.
Yep.
K-Talon Band plays Saturday afternoon at the winery.
Your band.
Which means Daddy had a long weekend.
Sunday, you was laid up, wasn't you?
So by the time Sunday came along, I was kind of just regrouping. I had woken up at the usual time at like 0400 because I'm an idiot and I don't sleep that well.
Right.
And when I wake up that early on the weekends, I kind of dink around and do the Amazon looking and do the stuff on eBay, look around on there. And then around 7 o'clock, 7:38, Daddy's ready for a little nap, little morning nap.
You're a fucking idiot.
I go into the bedroom and the missus there playing on her phone and whatever. And I'm like, I'm going to shut my eyes a little bit. We can go get some breakfast here in about an hour or so. An hour does not go by. I hit REM sleep way super fast.
Oh, Mach 2 with your hair on fire.
It was probably about a half hour, 40 minutes or so. And I have this terrible dream and she shakes me awake because I'm like moaning or something in my sleep. He says, "Are you okay?" And I remember, oh God, dude. And I'm groggy and I'm fucking like, oh my God, I gotta call Andy. And so she's like, what the fuck is going on?
Oh my God.
I call Drew and I'm like, he's like, what's up? I'm like, you're a fucker.
Yeah, that's exact words out of your mouth. Exactly.
So I hit the REM sleep really hard. And suddenly I'm in my dad's house. Now, the thing about this is it wasn't the old house that I talked about last week, and it wasn't his new house now, but it was in a house that had a basement.
Okay.
And you and I were there, and I don't think anybody else was there.
Wow, no.
And I don't know what the heck we were doing. All I know is we heard a noise like somebody maybe was breaking in or something like that. And so we were going to go look. And we were both packing guns.
Because why wouldn't we be in a dream?
Right.
Right. Because that's what you do.
And we're searching around this basement. This basement was huge for some reason. And I don't know. Like I said, nobody else was there, but in my mind, it was my dad's house. So I don't know the significance. Gotcha. If anybody wants to analyze my dream, feel free to do it. And all of a sudden I heard a gunshot. Boom!
Shotgun. Bang!
Yeah. What's up with that thing? I want to know. How does it hang? Wait up, straight up. Hold up, Miss Lover. Like Prince said, you're a sexy mother. No,
oh my God. Talk about a feed loop. Oh, what do you think, buddy?
I go run and look for Drew, and I find him. And I look in the direction that he shot. He fucking killed Cabo.
Oh.
I was livid. I mean, screaming at him, holding Cabo, blood dripping on me, screaming at Drew. I'm like, what are you doing? What, and it's around then that I'm getting woken up. But, oh,
you called me up pissed.
I was fucking, it was so real. So real, dude.
That is some Fragger knackle bullshit right there.
That was, yeah. Whoa.
Whoa.
If you analyze dreams, feel free to analyze that one and get to me and tell me what that was about, because God damn, that killed my heart.
If it's something truly frightening, maybe you want to tell me before you tell him so I can back out of this show. Hey, look, it's the first time my Doberman's almost been in the show.
What up?
Yep.
Didn't get to that. Oh my God, you're gonna want to come.
Yes, who doesn't? Hello.
You're going to want to come by Friday to 805 Live Fest. Is it 805 Fest or 805 Live Fest or what is it?
Either fest you want, buddy. It's what we're doing.
Let's do 805 Fest.
Hey, that's my preference.
So 805 Fest, what time do you want to start? 7?
I think we start. You call.
I think 7 my time is the best I can do because I can't really get here any earlier.
Well, you know what? We will have 805 Fest at 9-7 West. 9 Central, 7 West.
Perfect.
Yep. We'll have guestesses.
Yeah. And make sure I can about imagine on Tuesdays, if you listen on Tuesdays, maybe you don't drink as much and you drink when you listen to the podcast.
We will
be ready to do some drinking, mother truckers, because we're going to have some fun.
We will expect better of you come Fridays.
Yep.
You know what we didn't get to? Are we going to dangle or are we going to cut it?
Which one?
Well, there's the thing we've always done. There's a story I got to tell.
Okay.
So, middle of the week. Okay, so the weekend, because middle of the week for the show. And I say to Spike, hey, have you got a classic cocktail segment? He says to me, well, no, I don't. But are you going to be butthurt if we don't do it every week? I'm like, no, I don't care if we do any segment every time. And he says, whoa. What about even Stump Spike?
I didn't say it like that. I will show everybody the text. I just said, even Stump Spike?
With the double S's on the Spike.
Spike?
Spike? What?
We know that they like the Stump Spike.
The Stump Spike, yes. So your call if we go over, if we Stump Spike on the Friday.
We can extend it to Friday. We'll do. All right. Come by dinner,
don't you?
Friday at 805 Fest on Friday. First annual 805 Fest.
Tell your friends. Tell your ex-friends. Bring your whiskey.
God.
What?
I know what you're doing right there. You know what? You don't got a home, but you can't stay here. Is that what you're doing?
No, I wasn't. I was just saying bring people and whiskey to 805 Fest. It's going to be an extravaganza.
Right. And make sure you head on over to the Facebook page real quick and take a look at the great throwback picture that I put up of Spike and I.
You idiot. I actually got asked today, is that you in that picture? Yes, that's me.
Yep, right.
Yep.
I'm going to throw up some great white pictures to let everybody see that. I've been holding out. Like I said, I've been holding out. I couldn't wait to tell this story because it's a great story and I've got some more to tell. So come by on Friday to 805, first annual 805 Fest. But in the meantime, you know what? You ain't got to go home, but you just can't stay here. Tip your bartenders, tip your waitresses, return your stewardesses to their upright position, and party at the Great White Show next time. As always, make good choices, do good deeds. I'm Spike.
I'm Drew. We'll see you in a couple days.
How's the lasagna?
805 Live with Spike and Drew is copyright 2016. Please read and follow all label directions. The views and opinions of Spike and Drew should not be taken as legal advice. No animals were harmed in the shooting of the stock medical care called or mildly injured. 29 City, 45 Highway. Your results may vary. Hooters, we'd really like it if you'd sponsor us. Warning, spelling errors in this message are the product of a poor school system. Pay your teachers more than athletes. Does this handkerchief smell like chloroform to you? The product is meant for educational purposes only and resemblance to real persons living or dead is totally coincidental. Where prohibited, some assembly required. List each check separately by bank number. Batteries not included. Contents may settle during shipment. Use only as directed. No other warranty expressed or implied. Do not use while operating in a motor vehicle or heavy equipment. Postage will be paid by address fee. Apply only to affected area. For erections lasting more than 4 hours, call a hooker. Maybe too intense for some viewers. For recreational use only. All model over 18 years of age. If condition persists, consult your physician.